Hi, Mike Costa with you here on GoAztecs.com. I'd like to welcome you to the inaugural edition of Aztecs Now Online. Each week during our program, we will catch up with the coaches, the student athletes, the administrators here in the Aztec Athletic Department, keeping you update on everything that is happening up on Montezuma Mesa. Besides me this morning, head basketball coach Steve Fisher. And Coach, I don't know about you, but I still have somewhat of a contact high from what happened this past Saturday night at Viejas Arena. Congratulations on a great win.
Thank you, Mike. It was a well-earned victory and one that we led from start to finish, which was also good. First time we've beaten them since I've been here, so we had a lot of firsts. So it was good to get the victory. We have since turned the page and moving forward to the next Arizona team that we play, but that was a really good win for us.
The look in your team's eye, and I'm not saying that they haven't had it before, but it was great to see them walking out on the court for the opening tip, and they had that look like, this is the game we're supposed to win. This is the game we're going to win.
I believe we were confident that we had the personnel to go out and toe-to-toe and match up and get the better of them, and we were able to do that. We did it for a variety of reasons, keyed by how we guarded to create opportunities for ourselves.
Even so, in this win, there were still some mistakes that were made, some turnovers, some missed free throws, things of that nature. That said, though, I assume you're still very happy with the way this team was able to pull it together, even when the shooting might have gone cold, and they did what they needed to do to get the win.
We did a lot of things well, and I talked about keyed by the defense. You can't turn the ball over 19 times. We had 2 turnovers with like 5.5, 6 minutes to go in the half and wound up with 19. So we were on about a 1 per minute clip the last 20 minutes of the game, and you can't win if you do that. So we've got areas that we've got to grow from and get better on. Don't try to do too much. And I thought what happened in that game is at times we tried to go a little too fast for our own good. And you learn from that. And I'm glad that we're going to learn with a W tacked alongside.
You mentioned that page now has been turned. You're looking forward to a game with Arizona State in Tempe coming up on Saturday. Obviously, having the win under your belt from Arizona is a great impetus as you go into that game. What can you expect from the Sun Devils in this one? Typical Arizona State team?
That they will be. If you remember last year, we played them here. They were led by James Harden, All-American, 3rd player taken in the NBA draft. We did a great job on him. And we let their wing shooter go back-to-back-to-back threes on us late in the game and turn the game that we had led for most of it into a tough home court loss. They will play nothing but zone. They will minimize the number of possessions that happen for both teams during the game as a result of that. And it will be all the more important that we have to be good decision makers, not turn the ball over, and take advantage of the opportunities that we get, because this is a good team we're playing, and they will try to control the pace and the tempo of the game with how they play.
You've had some great team efforts. You've had some great individual efforts so far in this season. Your freshman, Kawhi Leonard, just continues to impress those who are able to see him play in person. And the thing that really strikes me, he absolutely looks nonplussed when he's on the court. You never see a change in emotion. He's about as even keel as anybody can be throughout the course of a basketball game. Is that an accurate assessment?
Kawhi he's a good player. He knows he's a good player. I think what's happened with him since he came to San Diego State is he went from the big name high school player to a player now who says, I can compete at this level with anybody. And he brings some steadiness to the game that you talked about. The one thing that we talk and like about with Kawhi is he's got a high motor. He keeps going and going and going, and his effort is commensurate with what you see with 10 offensive rebounds against Fullerton, 7 offensive rebounds against Arizona. He plays hard, and he plays hard all the time.
Coach, final thought here. Team chemistry is so important for any group to succeed, and it seems like you have a very closely knit group of guys with this group that you have playing basketball this year.
we've got a group of guys that have all been immensely successful where they came from. And I said once that if you put all their points per game together, we have a group that averages about 200 points a game. Mm-hmm. So now you have to give. You have to give some shots. You have to give some minutes for the benefit of the team. That's easy to say, and it's sometimes hard to do. And our players have done a nice job of accepting roles, accepting responsibilities, and putting winning in the team above all else. And I will also say that it's easier when you are winning.
Sure.
So hopefully that will maintain and continue. I do like our team, and I like the people on the team that create what you refer to as the chemistry that's pretty good right now.
A big game coming up with Arizona State this weekend. Coach, as always, appreciate your time. Good luck against the Sun Devils.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it.
Head coach Steve Fisher with us here on Aztecs Now Online. Let's step aside for a break. We're back after this on GoAztecs.com.
San Diego State basketball takes on New Mexico Tuesday, January 5th at 7:30 with reserved tickets starting at $10. Don't miss any conference action with the $90 Mountain West Conference mini plan, a $30 savings off regular single game pricing.
We are students.
We are student athletes.
We are all Aztecs.
We take pride in everything we do.
In the classroom.
And on the field of play.
We are 450
of a student body
that is 30,000 strong.
There is strength in numbers. So come see us and go Aztecs!
Welcome back to Aztecs Now Online right here on GoAztecs.com. Our own Edward Lewis this past week had a chance to catch up with now a member of the Washington Nationals, last year's first player taken in the Major League Baseball draft. Here's Edward with former Aztec great Stephen Strasburg.
Edward Lewis here with former San Diego State pitcher Stephen Strasburg. Stephen, it's been a whirlwind of a year for you. You had the #1 overall pick, the great season. What have these past couple months been like for you?
You know, it's been a big transition. It seems like just yesterday that, I was going to basketball games as a student here and, getting ready for a season. And, now I'm coming back from the Arizona Fall League and, just kind of, reminiscing about my time on campus here. And, I was just very thankful to be able to give back, in some sort of way to help the program succeed in the future.
Yeah, now talk a little about that donation. Why is it so important to you to give back to these Aztecs?
It's something that, you don't just stop being an Aztec once you're done playing here. You're an Aztec for life, and that's something I strongly believe in. And the university has given so much to me, and enabled me to succeed in life in general. And I feel like I need to, it's my duty to give back and make sure that other guys, have this same college life that I have.
Now you got a big future ahead of you. What have the Washington Nationals told you about your season upcoming?
It's right now, it's just getting done with the Arizona Fall League. They wanted me to face some good hitters in the AA, AAA prospects, and now it's just getting ready for spring training and trying to earn a spot someplace.
All right, while we have you here, we got to ask about the San Diego State baseball team. What are your predictions for this upcoming season?
From what I've seen, obviously you got a few pitchers from last year, and Addison Reed, Drew Leary, and Keegan Sharp, and those are some gamers right there, and they're definitely gonna make sure all the new guys play Aztec baseball and play the game the right way. So I have a lot of confidence that with the guys that are coming back from last year, that they're gonna whip this team into shape, and they're gonna make another run once again.
All right, there you have it from Washington Nationals pitcher Stephen Strasburg. I'm Edward Lewis for Aztecs Now Online.
That will just about do it for this first edition of Aztecs Now Online. My thanks to head basketball coach Steve Fisher and former Aztec great Stephen Strasburg for joining us in this first program. For Edward Lewis and Dave Barry, I'm Mike Costa. Thanks for tuning in to Aztecs Now Online right here on GoAztecs.com.